Hey, this is Wilmer Valderrama.
This is Freddy Rodriguez.
Welcome to Those Amigos. This is part 2 of our beautiful conversation with Anjelah Johnson Reyes.
I am so good at talking.
Really good.
So I'm at this place in my life where I have nothing going on. And it's one of those where I'm like, oh, I think I have to move back home. Like I gave it a good go. I don't have money to pay my rent. And it's already, I'm living at my friend's condo. She was a professional dancer touring with like every major artist you can think of. So she was doing really well. She let me rent a room out of her condo. And I wasn't paying rent because I couldn't afford it, but she was my best friend. So she was like, it's fine. Just whenever you can. Yeah. I was her Joey. She was my Chandler. You know how Chandler used to pay everything for Joey? Like it was like that for us. So I'm at this place, I have no money. My sister back home in San Jose is sending me gift certificates to the grocery store so that I could get food to eat. Oh, wow. She's sending me some money so I could like pay my phone bill, things like that. And she was very much like, don't give up, like stay. Because I'm like, I think I got to come home. And she's like, no, not yet. Don't give up. And at the same time, I also felt in my spirit like that same feeling of like, I know I got something. I also felt in my spirit that God wasn't done yet, even though my circumstance was showing me, no, he's done.
Yeah.
I felt like my spirit, my gut was like, not yet.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm like, all right, hold on a little bit longer. I get a call. They're like, hey, do you want to do a set at the Ice House? Pays $25. And I'm like, hell yeah. $25? You know how many top ramens?
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, $5 for gas.
A little bit of gas?
Yeah.
That's all you need, $5?
Yeah.
And I lived in Glendale at the time. Glendale to Pasadena, boom.
Yeah,
So
very
close.
easy.
I'll be there, yes.
I can do it in neutral too.
Yeah.
That's how close it is.
You know, I hate you so much right now. So I do this set. They pay me my $25. And it was for, at the time, Verizon Wireless. This is during flip phone era, okay? So Verizon Wireless was doing this thing where you can download a comedy clip onto your phone for $1.99. Like that was the thing. So I go, I sign this little paper, and they give me my $25. I do my 12-minute set, and they're like, all right, we're gonna upload this to Verizon, and Verizon customers can download your comedy clips and watch it on your phone. That's a new thing. This is a new technology, right? And so it's like, okay, sounds
You got
great.
video on your phone? What?
Oh yeah. So then maybe weeks after that, this brand new thing called YouTube comes out.
Yes.
Who's gonna pay $1.99 for a comedy
you
clip
can get
and they
it for
can watch
free.
it for free on YouTube?
Right.
So then this company, the production company that paid all these comics that day to come and do their set, they end up taking those clips and uploading it to YouTube. So this is now like, that was filmed in 2006. This is now January 2007. MySpace days, okay?
MySpace.
My MySpace page starts blowing up with messages from people that I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're like, hey, when are you coming to perform in fill in the blank? Australia, Philippines,
It's crazy.
Atlanta, Utah, all over the United States. Hey, when are you coming to perform here? And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
And it's worth saying that when that platform launched, it was so new that whoever was uploaded there at the beginning got all the clicks. It was on. The gate was open. It wasn't like they closed the algorithm now and you got to pay to get more engagement. If you go on YouTube, you can find that video. You know, imagine the amount of people that eventually got to see your content.
So you got uploaded right when YouTube started?
Brand new.
And then like the first few people who subscribed to YouTube were hitting you up going like...
There was... From January to February, there was 4 million views on this video, which at the time was
crazy,
incredible.
Crazy.
Yeah.
CW numbers.
Now, let me tell you. Now, if you don't have 4 million by the end of the day.
WB at the time. WB, not CW.
Oh, yeah. So it was going viral before viral was an actual positive term. Yeah. So I started getting phone calls from family members. They were like, hey, there's this email going around at work and it's a video of you. And my coworker sent it to me. She doesn't even know that we're related, but she sent it to me. And I'm like,
God, that's how it starts.
What video? is this?
Was there something about the video? Was it a particular joke you
It
said?
was the nail salon. It was just the nail salon.
The
joke.
nail salon.
It was just that nail salon joke. It was a 4-minute video.
Yeah.
This nail salon joke.
Okay.
And it starts going like crazy. So then my MySpace page is not only blowing up with people, hey, when are you coming to fill in the blank city to perform? Now I'm getting messages that are like, hey, I'm so-and-so, the assistant to so-and-so executive at Fox, at CBS, at NBC, at all these different networks, at all these different production companies. Their assistants are going to MySpace to find me because I don't have an agent.
Right.
So none of these executives know how to find me. So I'm getting all these DMs on MySpace. I start getting all these meetings. I had to buy a calendar. I didn't even have a calendar. What do I need a calendar for? I had to go. I went to Staples to buy a calendar because this is before your phone where you have your iCal.
Yeah.
I went to Staples to buy a calendar because I started getting all these meetings to go meet with production companies and network executives. And I remember going into, and I'm so green, like I don't know anything. And I go into this meeting and it's pilot season. And they're like, we want you to read for this pilot. Can you just step out and go run the lines real quick and come back in?
Yeah.
And I don't know to say anything like, can I come back tomorrow? Can I, go coach?
You think you have to just beast it in there.
Yeah. Can I just go coach with somebody? Can I have a minute to like process? Who is this character?
You were seizing the opportunity.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh yeah, just right here in the hall.
Yeah, cool, easy.
5 minutes.
Let's go.
I'll be right back. Bye.
Yeah.
And then of course, no, trash because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I start making all these relationships, and this is like January to February, and then I end up getting a new agent, a new manager. I end up getting an audition for Mad TV. So then my audition for Mad TV, they're like, you need to come in with 3 original characters and 3 celebrity impressions. I don't do celebrity impressions.
Yeah.
What do you mean? And 3 original characters? I didn't go to Second City. I didn't go to Groundlings. I took a free joke writing class at a church on Tuesday nights. That is my education.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. In my joke writing class, I wrote a joke about my grandpa and like how he's not good with technology. So I'll just say it's my grandma and I'll act it out more. And I'll be like, this is, grandma so-and-so who doesn't know technology. And I basically just recited my joke from my stand-up, but in character. And that was one of my original characters.
Oh, so clever.
And then I did
It's
that with
so
another
good.
one. And then the last one was Bonquiqui. I said, this is my sister. She wants to be a rapper. And then I became Bonquiqui for the audition.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, we need 3 celebrity impressions. So I went on this brand new thing called YouTube. And I was like, all right, well, who's Latina and famous that I can try to mimic? Obviously, Jennifer Lopez.
Right.
So I started watching Jennifer Lopez videos, her on the red carpet. And I'm like, okay, she waves like this. She doesn't wave like this. She waves like this. Okay. And then when she laughs, it's kind of like nasally.
So good.
And so then I start doing her laugh and her wave. So I said, okay, this is Jennifer Lopez. She's on the red carpet.
How does that? Do you still do it? You don't do it anymore?
I mean,
right?
I really just, it was just like, I don't know. Like,
That's the best part about impersonations is like, even when they're bad, it's like really good. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's very
And so
good.
all the producers were asking me questions. Jennifer, who are you wearing? My answer to everything was a laugh and a wave. And they thought it was hilarious, a hilarious choice that I made, that Jennifer Lopez doesn't know how to answer the questions. All she does is laugh and wave. That's hilarious. Wow. No, that's all I knew how to do.
Right.
That's all I could master. And then the other one, it was like Paula Abdul on American Idol was always drunk at the time. So I did drunk Paula on American Idol, and they, her little drunk clap, and they loved it.
Oh my God, you're looking down and clapping. It's perfect.
And then the last one was Rosalyn Sanchez. I watched so many episodes of her on Without a Trace. And I did my impression for her one day.
I was going to ask you that because I know you guys know each other.
Yeah. So my impression of her was, these are just the little things that I noticed and I could pick up. I'm like, oh, let me just exaggerate them.
Yeah.
And it was that when she talked, she always talked like with her chin up, and she talked down off of her nose whenever she was talking to
She
someone.
lets the words fall down.
And when she speaks Spanish, her Spanish is at the tip of her mouth. It's not from the back, like just regular talking. It's very much at the tip of her mouth. And it's very fast, the way she speaks very fast like this. And so I started to I'm like, let me just exaggerate all of these things. And so I did, this is, Rosalind Sanchez on Without a Trace. And I just made up some scene and exaggerated those things. I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then I booked Mad TV. And that was in May of 2007. And then I wrote more stand-up. And I started touring by the end of the year. I was now a touring comedian. So it started with January 2007. I had no money to my name. Unemployment checks ran out. No agent, no nothing. To by the end of the year, I had my agent, my manager. I was on Mad TV, and I was a touring stand-up comedian.
Wow, dude.
Man, God is good.
Yeah, that's how it works. It all falls in place in such an unexpected way, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm actually doing this.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're in the struggle of trying to get that, and then you're like, oh, I got to check. I don't know how to spread this over the next 6 months because I'm probably not going to get something else until another 6 months. And then all of a sudden, you're just like, oh, I'm making a living.
Yeah.
It's really... Thank you for sharing all of that. What a beautiful journey. What a very clever instinct. But it's a great validation of the hustle that you have to have in order to break it. You gotta, and also what you did, almost accidentally, but quite literally on purpose, is you broke a mold and you built a new one. And you built the mold that only you could fit. And in those times, in the 90s and early 2000s, in that era, you had to be so different to stick around. Yeah. You couldn't be one like the others because those are inexchangeables. So you have to break a mold. You have to build a new one. And in order for them to get what you provide, what that product is they got to keep hiring you. You having the versatility to be on Mad TV, it's like genius because also a very funny woman, it's a very powerful performer. And at the time with stereotypes were boxing us all in like, he's the hot guy, he's the dorky one, he's the, she's the bombshell, whatever. Humor, comedy was a weapon. Yeah. Very few people dared to give each other those roles. I mean, that's just remarkable. I see myself so much in that story too, but I gotta say it's amazing. It's amazing to think about that. And you go from Mad TV and going touring, and then you've had tons of specials. Like you've done comedy specials.
Yeah, I'm working on my number 7 right now.
Wow. Crazy. What was your first special?
My first special is called That's How We Do It. It was for Comedy Central in 2009.
And what was that like to go, like Wilmer just went through your whole path, right? What was it like to you were touring, you were doing your thing, but to land your first official comedy special?
Honestly, it was really unheard of for someone who had been doing stand-up for as little time as I have to get an hour special on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
It was unheard of.
Right.
And even the way I started with stand-up, I only, you hear about comics they feature for years and years. I featured 3 times before I started headlining.
Yeah.
Because of that YouTube video. Because they saw that I could sell tickets just because of that YouTube video. Wow. So I had to write material so that I could get to a headliner place. So I had material to give the audience. So I featured 3 times, and then I started headlining and working my butt off. And writing material, and I became a comedian. Even though acting was always my dream and what I wanted to do, stand-up was the thing that was taking off for me. So in the beginning of my career, I fought stand-up. Yeah. I kept, I would go on the road and do my shows, but I kept looking over my shoulder back at Hollywood, like, are you guys ready for me yet? No, not yet? Okay. I'll be out here on the road then. Let me know when you're ready. Yeah. And then they never got ready.
Well, that's kind of natural. I think you're always in that, I believe you're always in the short list of okay, we're going to go pilot season and all that stuff. I think it's about, to me, the big question is, now you're such an accomplished comedian, right? You're obviously a great actress. do you want to do that leap and commit to a show, or like?
I would love to.
Yeah,
I would love to. I mean, I've pitched so many shows. You know how it is, development deals and, all that kind of stuff. So over the 20 years that I've been here, starting from the ground up, I've had different development deals, show deals, and it's been, some of these shows that we've done have been such great ideas. So, oh my God, this would have been amazing, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I still dream for it. I still want it. And I think it's in a different way now to where I've definitely embraced stand-up as my career. And my show, having my show one day is like the icing on the cake, so to speak. Like I would love to have my show, but it's not where it would break me if I didn't get it.
Sure.
Whereas
And
me,
this is the moment where you, by the way, will get your show. And by the way, we're breaking it here because that
thank
somehow.
you so much.
No, and and actually I kind of half kidding, but like mostly serious in the fact that like when you are able to let go, it's when it all happens. When you get let go of the rope is when you learn how to swim. In many ways, right? But I think metaphorically, what I'm trying to say is that you're poised for that. You're in that moment. I think we're young enough and old enough to really take charge on some things, and I just see it happening. I feel like we're breaking news here. We're manifesting a show before it happens because
Thank you.
because I will say that we really could use you on primetime television. We really need you on that screen. And there's very few people in our game that can do really disruptive and most importantly, stereotype, breaking, vibes and performances and characters that could really elevate our community in the way that we need it. And very few, can do what you do, as you know. But we just really hope that you crack it in the next year because we could really use you.
What would be ideal for you? What was, if I may ask, like what was some of the stuff that I don't know how to ask this, but like that you've pitched in the past, or like what was something that you thought would be cool? I would want to know like what would your idea for an ideal TV show be for you?
So my dream is always a multicam sitcom.
So it's like Friends.
Yeah,
it's taking it back to the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I feel like every time I would pitch it, they're multicam's dying. It's dying. No, don't.
Really?
It was always no.
Yeah.
Multicam's dying. Just single cam. Think single cam. And I would pitch single cam shows, and then I would still go back to, okay, what about this? My family. It's always based in my family, and then it's so interesting to think about how my pitches have gone from fresh out of college, woo woo woo, and then it's like, new mom, woo, woo, woo. And then it's like midlife. Listen, are they going to stay married? They're not sure. Their child's grown up and in high school now, and it's like all the different.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. I'm like, okay, this ship sailed, that ship sailed. I'm like, okay, maybe it's this one.
Right.
But it's always something based in my life and my family. That's how I write my material. My material is always based around relatable, connective tissue. How am I connected to you as a human being? When I write my stand-up, it's always like, obviously, I want to make you laugh, but I want to connect with you on a human level.
Yeah.
How are we both human? Because that's what's going to tie us together to where you go, oh, I see myself in you.
Yeah.
And then when I make you laugh, the laugh is that much harder because you relate to me and you connect to me. And you're like, oh, that's me. Oh, that's my husband. Oh my gosh, my daughter does that. Oh my God.
Right.
And now we're all just a bunch of humans laughing, having a good time. Like that's how I approach my material. That's how I approach my TV show ideas. Is how can I connect to other humans and bring joy and tell some stories?
Yeah, and the person that you are now is someone who just had a baby, right?
Yes.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I became a mom in my 40s.
Daughter.
Daughter. Yeah.
Is two.
Yeah.
May we ask your daughter's name?
Yes, her name is Rosalie Harlow Reyes. We call her Rosie.
Rosalie. Hi. And your husband's name?
Manuel.
Manuel.
We're teaching our daughter our full names right now.
Yeah.
So she knows my full name because she's on the road with me. So she hears my intro video where they say, please welcome Anjelah Johnson Reyes. Yeah. So now she'll be in her crib at 6:45 in the morning going, please welcome Anjelah Johnson Reyes. You know,
she gives you the announcement when you walk in.
Oh, yeah. The best.
What is the most significant thing you discovered as soon as you held your child? Like what woke up in you?
I didn't have that immediate, oh my God, I'm so in love feeling.
It's a little impersonal at the beginning. You're just trying to keep the baby alive.
I'm trying to keep you alive. And it's like, who are you?
Right.
What?
Right.
Hold on. What came alive in me is, I would say like everything is for her, like my joy. Like I get excited thinking about what I'm going to feed her for lunch. Like that makes me happy. Like, I wonder if she'll like this.
Yeah.
Like, it's the simple little things where before it was always my career, everything my career, which is why I didn't want kids. I didn't have kids till my 40s because I didn't want kids. I wanted my career.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened and everybody's career went away for a little while.
Sure.
And during that time, I didn't miss it. I was like, if I never go back, I think I'll be okay.
Right.
And I never in my life imagined myself saying, if I never book another gig, that's fine. Like I always wanted more and more and more. And then here I was going, it's not as fulfilling as I thought. Like it's fun. I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. But it's not fulfilling in this like deep level. And so I was like, should I have had kids? All my friends tell me like kids are so fulfilling and woo, woo, woo.
Right.
I'm like, should I have had kids? Oh my gosh, did I mess up? So now I'm in my late 30s going like, all right, well, let me go to the doctors and see if I even have eggs. I don't even know if I have eggs left before I start saying, should I have kids? Girl, you don't even know if you got options. Right. You old. So I went to the doctors.
You owe.
And they did all the tests and they were like, you still have some eggs. Your levels and everything that they checked, they're like, you still have some, but not much. So you got to hurry up. Whatever you want to do, you got to hurry up. Exactly. Yeah. And I still wasn't convinced I wanted kids. So I was like, all right, let me save my eggs.
And you were already with your partner?
Oh, yeah. We're married 12 years at this point.
Oh, okay. Great.
12 years. So I'm like, all right, let me save my eggs. So that way, at least we have some options in the future, right? So that I go through the process of saving my eggs. And then every time I would go through it, I would get bad news and bad news. Started with 12 eggs. And they're like, no, you only have 6. Oh, just kidding. There's only 4. And it was like that whole thing of IVF. And it was like the more they would give me bad news, they were like, this may not be for you. You know, because every time we go through this process, you don't really have any eggs by the end of it. Like, this might not be for you. The more they would tell me it might not be for me, the more I wanted it. Now it switched from I'm saving my eggs to, no, I want kids. Yeah. I'm trying to get pregnant now.
Right.
And so we went through IVF a couple times, and I ended up getting like, after those couple times combined, I ended up getting like 5 or 6 eggs. And then we went and made embryos. None of the embryos were viable. And they're like, you got to start over.
It's such a journey, right?
At this point, I'm on tour. I just came out with my book. I'm on my book tour. I have a bunch of dates for the whole year and a half. And I'm like, when am I going to do IVF again? I don't have time to do this again. So then I was like, all right, I have 1 month off in November. I planned 1 month off for myself. I said, I'll do IVF one more time in November. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's it. So I said, I'm also filming my special in October. So let me just focus on my special. Let me get my body right, get it tight. I started not drinking alcohol, not eating club food after the shows, like, that kind of thing. I said, I'm going to work on myself, get myself ready for my taping because I'm going to tape my special. So I'm going to get right. I'm working out in the gym. I'm eating healthy. I didn't realize I was also preparing my body to get pregnant. So I'm scheduled to do IVF again in November. I end up getting pregnant naturally in October.
Oh, wow.
Bro.
Right before my taping.
Oh.
Did you
I didn't
know?
know I was pregnant.
Oh, okay.
I was pregnant during my taping. I didn't even know.
How soon before your taping?
Like the week before.
Shut up.
Yes.
So you were
I had no idea I was pregnant.
how long pregnant were you there? Like were you like a month, 2 months, 3 months?
No, not even like a couple weeks.
Like a couple weeks. And do you feel that because you were getting your body prepared for it, that's was one of the reasons why.
100%. I also did a bunch of like through the IVF process. They were like, "Oh, you have fibroids. You got to get your fibroids out." Oh, okay. So I scheduled a surgery to get my fibroids out.
Yeah.
Then they went in for fibroid surgery. They're like, "Oh, you also have endometriosis. We got to get endometriosis." So I found out a lot of stuff about my body I didn't know through the IVF process. So even though I didn't get pregnant via IVF, I'm grateful for the process because I wouldn't have known. I would have kept trying to get pregnant and never got pregnant because I had fibroids and endometriosis. Got me all cleaned up. And then I got my health right. And then next thing you know, it was like the perfect recipe for me personally. And I ended up getting pregnant. And now I have a 2-year-old.
Oh my God.
So okay.
Thank you for that. That's amazing.
So a week, 2 weeks before your special, you get pregnant. Your special happens in October, but then you were scheduled to have IVF in November. So by the time November comes around, do you start?
I already knew I was pregnant.
Oh, you knew?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, do you start going like, okay, I'm about to start IVF, but man, I'm sleepy.
Oh, it was all the things. It was, my period was late, which is never late. And I was like, that's weird.
Wait a minute. That's new.
Yeah. And then let me tell you too, after my taping, we celebrated. And I remember we went to DC. I went with the Latino group to DC, and we went to the White House, and it was a whole thing. And then they had a big party for us, and I celebrated there too. Hey. And then after that weekend,
Like, oh, that's right. I'm not supposed to drink.
yeah.
But you didn't know.
'cause I didn't know.
Right.
I had no clue. It was just like I was just living my life. But then all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute. My period's late, this is happening, whatever. And then so I remember the next weekend we were on the road, and the venue got us like a bottle of champagne and, you know, sold out show, here's some champagne. And then in my head I was like, maybe I shouldn't drink this just in case I'm pregnant. And I'm like, I have a pregnancy test at home in my drawer, but I'm on the road. And I'm like, I'm not going to have a runner go get me a pregnancy test in some random venue in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm just going to wait till I get home. So they give me champagne. I just do like a little sip. And I'm just like, oh, let me just in case. Yeah. And then I get home. I have not even 24 hours that I'm home before I get back on a flight to leave. So I get home. I take my pregnancy test.
Did you do it with him or?
No, my husband's gone already. So I get home from Cleveland, and then we're going to Hawaii. I have shows in Hawaii, but it's also gonna be like a little vacation, right? So my husband, he went ahead, and I'm gonna meet him there. So I'm by myself at home with my dog, and I'm like, it's me and you, Bonzo. That's my dog's name. I'm like, it's me and you, son. Let's see if I'm pregnant. So I did a little pregnancy test, and part of me, I'm like, there's no way.
Right. After everything you've gone through, yes.
There's no way. It's just, I'm late. I'm stressed. That's probably what it is.
The road, this,
I take my pregnancy test. It says pregnant. And I videotaped the whole thing because I was like, let me just in case. And I videotaped myself. My heart dropped. It's beating so fast. And I'm like, oh my God. I have nobody to like share. It's just me and my dog.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no way. No way. And I can't even call my husband because he's on a plane to Hawaii.
And you don't want to text him in case he has Wi-Fi.
On the phone either. Like I want to like see him in person. And I'm like, well, I can't tell any of my friends before I tell my husband. Like, what do I do? I try calling my IVF doctor, and I'm like, can this even happen? And then she's not answering her phone. I'm like, nobody's answering their phone that I need to. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is just between me and God. Yeah. That's it.
And Bonzo.
Me, God, and Bonzo.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That was for us.
Yeah.
And so I had a full, not even 24 hours, like a little bit more of this information just to me and myself. Because then when I got to Hawaii, I had to tell my husband and like surprise him with that information. And it was just, it was a wild experience. So then obviously no more IVF. And I'm so grateful.
Is your husband also a comedian?
No, he's in music.
He's in music, okay.
Yeah.
It's Carlos Santana.
Yeah. So stupid.
He's Carlos Santana. It's Carlos Santana.
It's Carlos Santana.
Which is also makes it so bizarre that she got pregnant, you know?
He still had sperm left.
It's pretty remarkable.
How could you not know, Freddy?
Come on, Freddy. Come on, man.
Yeah. My husband's in music. He started in Christian music.
Okay, yeah.
And then he moved out of that into just, regular mainstream music. And then now he does sync music for TV shows, commercials, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So speaking of how special, since special, It's a perfect segue to talk about your special.
Yeah.
You have a special. You shot it already? You're promoting it? Like what?
So my most recent hour is called Say I Won't. It's on YouTube.
Say I Won't.
My first self-produced, self-financed special. We filmed it at the Ryman Auditorium in
that
Nashville,
money.
Tennessee. Let me tell you.
Yeah, on 100%.
Put it up on a YouTube.
100%.
It's been incredible. And my next special I'm going to put on YouTube as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like comparing that to like, you know, your specials on like the Comedy Central or like,
Netflix.
What's that been like? Sort of the difference between the two?
In regards to
everything.
Okay. So I get to see all the information, know all the information, be a part of all the information, make the decisions that I want to make. That's the best part.
Right.
Those are the pros.
Yeah. And when my special first went up, the amount of views I was getting on my special was right up with the top specials that were happening on Netflix.
Yeah.
But I was just happening on YouTube. And YouTube has now become the place where, like you said, you get to own your own stuff.
Yeah.
And it carries weight in regards to if you're a touring comedian. A lot of these people are finding my special on YouTube and Facebook videos.
It's invaluable.
It's wild the amount of people that have come to my shows. After I've been touring for 17, 18 years now, and I ask my audience, who here this is your first time at my show? And it's 75% of the people there.
Wow.
It's their first time seeing me because they're finding my YouTube.
That's amazing.
My special.
Has there been any cons? Like we're just talking about all the pros and cons.
Yeah.
Of it not being on a Comedy Central or HBO versus like YouTube?
The con is optics.
Which affects it how?
Which affects in industry. Because YouTube is not respected in the way Netflix is respected.
Right.
So it's the optics of it all. So there's so many times fans will be like, "Oh, I saw your Netflix special," but they're not talking about Netflix. They're talking about my one that's on YouTube. But now Netflix just goes with comedy special. So they say, "Oh, when are you doing your next Netflix special?" Because Netflix is so known for stand-up comedy.
They have such a big major category.
Exactly. So people just assume, oh, Netflix is the place. Like that is the peak. If you can get a Netflix special, you got street cred.
Right.
You've made it. It's like that.
It used to be Comedy Central. And then,
it used to be Comedy Central.
HBO specials.
So how does the optics affect you though?
Well, I would guess in storytelling within industry. Like it's still like the yes and noers at the top that Netflix still plays a really big role in things. Whereas I can show you my YouTube numbers, but
you mean if you're trying to ascend to like a,
getting
TV
booked
show
for something, getting my show sold, like eventually it will mean the same thing that Netflix means.
Yeah.
But right now it's still like, oh, I'm on CBS or I'm on Fox or I'm on Netflix. It still says something different than, oh, I'm on YouTube. Well, anybody could be on YouTube.
Right.
But
so
not
it still
quite.
has that.
Not quite, because YouTube is doing some really disruptive programming.
Yeah.
They're programming around hits, they're programming around networks, and it's most of the world who can't access or can't pay for a subscription is finding amazing content, original content actually there. And they're being elevated on like single camera level. Like it's actually really interesting.
Well, people watch YouTube more than Netflix.
Right.
Like Netflix is the number one streaming, YouTube is the number one streaming platform. And it's YouTube and Google is where people look for information. They look for their shows. Most people are watching their shows on their phone. So YouTube is really where people are spending their time. But it's the same thing as if you got your show on Fox, on NBC, CBS, it has a prestige to it. It has some street cred to it. Even if it's subconscious, it still has something with all these yes and noers at the top. It says something.
I feel like you're doing what you did with Verizon and what you did with YouTube at the beginning, coming back full circle to fundamentals. You're
100%.
going to be available to, and also think about in international markets, if you're not distributed,
100%.
if like, you're not in Netflix UK, then no one's going to see your special in Netflix UK, right? Like there's a certain amount of programs that actually are unlocked for a global platform. Some things are regional, so I think YouTube is one of those where you're like, if you're somewhere in India, you're like, I can find you, on YouTube, which I think is very, very disruptive and really, really cool. And besides your specials, and being that forward thinking, you launch a podcast as well.
Yes.
With Anjelah, right? What prompted you for a podcast if you weren't doing already touring and specials and all
that? I was like, how can I stay home more? How can I be with my family? Be with my daughter? Touring is great, but I have to leave. How can I be home? And I love having great conversations. So my podcast is about gratitude. And gratitude is one of the main tools that I use in my mental health journey. With anxiety, with whatever it is that I'm struggling with or dealing with. Gratitude has always been the easiest tool to use. It's free, and it's right there. It's right in your pocket. You just
it's a state of mind,
gratitude.
right? It's a way of life.
You elevate your vibration with gratitude. You change your perspective with gratitude. So I practice gratitude in my life, and I said, let me have these great conversations with my guests about what are they grateful for in their life, whether it be a mentor they had when they were in third grade, whether it be they found $20 in their pocket on the way here. Like whatever it is sometimes it's super simple, and sometimes it's super deep, and an opportunity for maybe if you don't practice gratitude regularly, to reflect and think about those moments in your life that you are super grateful for because it helped you get to here and woo, woo, woo. And I've been able to have some really cool conversations with people all centered in gratitude. And we also do our matitude. We do our one matitude. And that's what's the thing that's making you mad these days? Like getting on your nerves.
That's cool.
And even that could be something so simple as my husband chews too loud. I don't like it. I'm mad. He chews so loud I can't even handle it. And then sometimes it's very deep stuff about their family. My relationship with my dad. It's not great. And I wish it was better. And so it's just a really fun experience to have deep, meaningful conversations with people, enlightening conversations, and we laugh so much, and then we cry, and it's just such a journey that I get to go on with people, learn about different people's lives. It's so fun that I get to do that.
No, and also you can see so much of what you're working through in other people and through other people and their experiences, and sometimes the secret sauce is in other people's stories.
Oh yeah.
You can really walk away with those little diamonds that you're like, oh man, I really needed that. We find it here all the time.
Yes.
I mean, we have some really interesting conversations that kind of realign perspective, realign priorities, and most importantly, kind of realign the stillness of we should be present right now. It's so hard to not think about what am I doing tomorrow, But the stillness of the now, I think, is it's really, really great. I'm so grateful that you came to share with us today. I know how busy you stay, and I know how much you're on the road all the time, and to be able to share with your fans and our listeners and everybody on the show, just kind of your perspective and your beginnings make you appreciate how iconic it is where you are right now.
Thank you.
It's just really good to reflect. Because we never look back, right? Like when you're grinding, you're like, 5 years ahead, 5 years ahead. Yeah. So it's beautiful to look back and to see you relive those memories is very special.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for letting me come and share these with you.
Thank you for being our guest. Appreciate you.
My pleasure.
This is Freddy Rodriguez.
And I'm Wilmer Valderrama. Thank you for being here on Those Amigos. If you're watching us, what's up? If you're listening to us, also what's up? And this was Anjelah Johnson Reyes. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.